Hey guys, welcome back to Faith for Keto Kitchen, where we make keto delicious. So today we're going to make something that I just made this weekend because I was watching Food Network with my husband, and when we watch Food Network we like to get some ideas on things we can kind of make and convert to keto. So we were watching a segment on there that they were making actual big fluffy pretzels or soft pretzels that you kind of sometimes get at a baseball game. At least back in the day you used to do that. And being from New York, we see them and we can get them all the time at a lot of events. So of course my husband turned to me and said, hey, can you make those keto? And I'm always up for a challenge, you know that, guys. So here's what I came out with. A nice, soft, delicious pretzel, guys. I think, and I actually know your family's gonna love them. So let me tell you what I put in them. So let's get started. So what you're going to need is 2.5 cups of mozzarella cheese shredded and 6 ounces of cream cheese. And that's where we're going to start with this first base. And I'm going to take this and put it in the microwave for 1 minute. Take it out, stir it and get it nicely cohesive, and then put it back in for about 30 more seconds and stir it and take it out. So let me go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's nice. And see, it almost looks like a dough, even though that's mozzarella cheese. See how hot that is? That's mozzarella cheese and the cream cheese. You want to get it nice and stirred. And more you stir it, it should start cooling down some, okay? So while I'm stirring it, the next thing you're going to need is, what I did was I cracked 2 eggs, okay? So we'll add them in next. But here's the important part. Before you get started getting all your ingredients together, make sure you get yourself a package of rapid rising yeast. I think it's about 1/4 ounces in here, so about a teaspoon, but get yourself a package of rapid rising yeast. 1/4 cup of warm water. Don't make it too hot because you'll kill the yeast and it won't get bubbled up. And a little bit of sweetener in here. So we usually put erythritol granules in here so that it can eat away at the sugar and the yeast, and it'll cause it to get bubbly and activated, okay? So have that ready first. So now that we have this mozzarella cheese and cream cheese all stirred up, yeah, and it looks like a dough, guys. I like to let it cool down a little bit as I'm stirring it, okay? So have you guys ever made pretzels before? And do you like pretzels? I mean, I don't know, maybe some people aren't pretzel fans, but pretzels are just a yummy snack to have, especially when you're on keto and you can't, you know, certain things that you want to make, like breads, that can be hard to come by when it's completely keto. These guys are completely keto friendly. They're low carb, so they're low carb friendly. They are diabetic friendly because it's made with almond flour and coconut flour, so it's healthy flours as well in there, so they won't spike your blood sugar, which is amazing. So let me know what kind of pretzels you guys like to make, you know. I know I like the salted pretzels. Sometimes, you know, when my daughter and I used to go to Annie's Pretzels at the mall, we used to have the cinnamon pretzel there that was so yummy with this cream cheese dipping sauce. And they also had some, what other kind of pretzels did they have there? Hey, camera girl, what kind of pretzel do you like?
I like the cinnamon ones.
The cinnamon ones?
Yeah.
Okay, she said the cinnamon ones. The camera girl is my daughter, guys. You guys know that. So we have that mixed in there, guys. So now that we have the eggs, mozzarella cheese, and the cream cheese all mixed up, and it's kind of like it's you gotta put your muscles in it, because when you're making pretzels, you gotta pull up your sleeves. Ooh, probably need lotion, but pull up your sleeves and just have at it, you know, and get it going, guys. All right. So it will get nice and fluffy. See that? All right. So what you're gonna need next is, apart from your yeast water blend, you're gonna need 2 cups of almond flour. I have in this bowl, a 1/2 cup of coconut flour. I have 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of, it's called xanthan gum. And you can find it on Amazon or probably at your local health food store, but it kind of gives it that tightening, like it kind of makes things more cohesive. So I use the xanthan gum in there. About a 1/4 cup of, teaspoon of salt, because that would be dangerous. A 4 teaspoon of salt, guys, and I just blended it together. So get that all mixed up. because you know I like to mix my dry ingredients first. And I think that's all that's in there. And what else you're going to need is one additional egg, so you can do an egg wash on your pretzel, and a little bit of Himalayan salt or coarse salt to sprinkle on top if you like. So that's our dry ingredients mixed together. We're going to combine a little bit at a time. We're going to do half of the yeast mixture in here. Let me get that a little bit stirred up. Get all of the yeast off the sides of this. So we're going to do half of our yeast mixture. I found that this makes it easier to blend instead of pouring everything all in at once. Do half of that and then half of the dry. Okay? Just trying to make things easier on us, you know? And that way it's not so hard to mix. This helps it to mix much better. Gotta get your muscles into it, guys. Okay, so we got it all nicely combined. You really got to put some muscle into it, guys. I can feel my muscles getting tight as I stir this dough. But it's good though, because it's going to come out like a nice, rich dough. So guys, now what you're going to do is grab yourself some, I like to have a little bit of extra coconut flour on the side, so that when you're rolling it, just in case it sticks to your hand, you can have that there. Let me move my monitor. So what I'm going to do is separate the dough into about 8. Let's double that. We're going to do 8 pretzels, okay? And they come out really good and big, guys. Like, you know those ones that you get, like I said, at like I don't know, do they still serve them at baseball games and like hockey? Well, I don't think hockey games have them, but like different sport events, do they still serve pretzels, or is it just hot dogs nowadays? I don't know nowadays, but I haven't been to a sports game in a while. But let me move that. So here's your dough. And see, it's a nice dough, guys. Really pliable, so you can really work with it. And we're going to separate this into 8 pieces and then roll it out to about 17 inches long. And I have my tape measure because you want them to be nice and even, guys. Okay? You want them all to look the same. Let me grab a knife. Alright, so to get the 8, we're just going to split it in half, of course, and then do 4s. This is just my method, how I do it, to make it even. Okay, let's do that. Split that one in half too, and that one in half. So you get your nice little 8 rounds. And you can always pull from another one if you don't think that it's even enough, you know, like that. Split it in half. So you're going to make these into round first, okay? So, I'm going to take one, and I'll show you how to do a roll really quickly. They can get a little sticky, so you want to make sure you have that coconut flour on your bench. So, I just like to roll it on the bench. Start from the center when you roll anything, or even when you're using your rolling pin, guys. Start from the center. I find that it's easier to get an even, like something sheeted out flat when you're rolling it out with a rolling pin, or if you're rolling something out by hand. I just find that it's easier when you start from the center and work your way out, and just be kind of light with it. And if you have to push the dough back together, that's okay. You push it back together. Like I said, it's really pliable. So we're going to do one. I'm going to show you how to do one, then we're going to do all the rest. Maybe I'll show you how to do 2. Alright, so let's see how long this is. And you can press it and roll. Okay. Let me get my tape measure. I like to do them about 17 inches long. That's 17 inches exactly. Reason why, when I do I realized when I did it 17 inches long, it was easier for me to fold, you know, into a pretzel shape. And I got to get my baking tray out. 2. Okay, so now that it's 17 inches long, you want to just shape it. Okay, you want it about that thick. And then what you're going to do is take it like by the end, you're going to cross, okay? Cross, Did you catch that? So you cross and then put this one underneath, one up over it like that, and you got yourself a pretzel shape. Let me show you. Got yourself a pretzel shape. See that? Pretty cool, huh? So what we're gonna do is roll all 8, and I'll show you how to put an egg wash on it. So let me get my tray out, guys. And I like to use the silicone pad. The Zenware is really good. I like to use a silicone pad. Let me move this monitor out the way. And I like it because of the fact that nothing sticks to it. You can always wash it. But if you have some parchment paper, guys, use parchment paper. That helps a lot. So let me make some room. We can get this rolling going. Get our 17 inches. Let me try. I'll show you one more time. Let's see. Make sure you get the dough all pressed together though. Okay? And this is something fun that you can actually do with the kiddos. If you have kids at home, you can do this. It's so fun. They'll love to do it because, you know, kids like to be hands-on, so that's a good thing. And this will keep them occupied for a little while. So once again, roll it out to about 17 inches. Let me move this out the way. Give myself some room. Okay. Like I said, start from the center. Roll it out. That looks like about 17 inches. Let's see. Let's see. That's 16. Whoa. So let's keep going. Just to check it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, of course. I just like the fact that when I give myself the 17 inches, guys, it just helps it to fluff up really nice. It'll become a nice, big, delicious pretzel. Plus, it gives you room to fold, you know? So we're gonna take it. Let me just make sure you can see, okay? Let's try it. Do it one more time. Take it from each end, cross. You're crossing it and you're laying it down, basically, okay? That's what you're basically doing. So make sure you cross your arms like that, all right? Pretty simple, pretty easy. Pretzel shape. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of them. And I'm going to show you how to egg wash once I'm done doing the rest of them, okay? So, here we go. All right, so I got all the pretzels pretzeled out. They're all folded up, guys, and they look really good. So I'm going to, what I did was in the recipe, it requires 2 eggs inside the dough and 1 egg for the egg wash. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna egg wash each one of these, and all you do is just beat an egg basically, and you're just adding a little bit on. I like to use the silicone, like these little silicone, oops, the silicone brushes, because I mean, you can use a soft bristle brush basically, because some of them are kind of hard and it kind of leaves like markings on your dough, and I don't like that. So you're going to get in the inside of the dough. Let me make sure you can see that. Get all in between each part of the dough, guys, because you want it to have that brown shine to it as well, and it just gives it an extra flavor, but it does look good, makes it look good. So we're going to just go ahead and put that on there. Did I even ask you guys, have you made pretzels before? You know? What's your like favorite flavor of pretzel? I think I like salty plain ones. Actually, you know, I was talking to someone earlier this week, and they tried my pretzel recipe, and then they were asking if I can actually make like a pepperoni and cheese one. So I suppose if you make these, I haven't tried it yet. I'll probably try it this weekend, but I would maybe put some a few little pepperonis inside of it, chopped up, really like maybe probably about a tablespoon or 2 in the dough. I haven't tried it yet, guys, but if you try it, let me know if you do any type of variations of this recipe. And then maybe, or even place a few pepperonis, like round pepperonis on top of the dough. You never know. And sprinkle it with a little bit of like cheddar cheese or mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese. But anyway, we're gonna finish. Go ahead and egg washing each one of these. And once you egg wash it, you want to have yourself some Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt is good for you anyway, but it has a lot of minerals in there, and it's really super rich in minerals, especially for those who are on a ketogenic diet. So definitely get your salt in. I usually take like teaspoon or so, or half a teaspoon in my water every day. So it seems to give me energy as well. So I'm gonna finish egg washing them all, but once you're done egg washing them, put yourself a little bit of this Himalayan salt on there, or coarse sea salt. Really yummy, guys. And we're gonna put a little bit on each one to your salt taste, because if you want a little bit of a salty pretzel, then go ahead and add a good amount. But I would say be slightly liberal with it, okay? So I'm gonna finish these up real fast. Let's get to this. All right, so we have them all egg washed, salted up, and you're gonna have your oven on 400 degrees, and we're gonna bake them for maybe about 25 to 30 minutes until they'll get nice golden brown. They'll rise up a bit, and you'll be able to tell because they'll look delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in the oven, and I'll be right back to show you how to make them. And by the way, guys, you know, anytime when I make a recipe, I always put the link below in the description so that you can just go on over to the website and get all the ingredients and recipe instructions that you need, okay? So put them in the oven now. So these are our pretzels, and they look amazing. Look at that. You see that? I'll show you one. Let me see. That's one that's gorgeous. Look at that. They come out so delicious, guys, and I like to get that extra saltiness on top of them. So we're gonna give them one a try. I'm gonna take this one because see, I was kind of nibbling on this one over here, so you know. But yeah, and they're tough on the outside like a pretzel should be, and then they're nice and tender on the inside. You know, just like a soft pretzel should be. So let's give it a try. I got some mustard because that's my favorite. That's really good. The yeast in it gives it that familiarity of bread and pretzels. Salty on top, it's tender on the inside. Tastes really, really good, guys. Definitely make these ones. You won't regret it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, be a part of the family, join the Faithful Keto Kitchen crew, and hit the bell so next time I do upload more videos, you'll get a notification. So guys, I'll see you later. God bless you, and we love you here at Faithful Keto Kitchen, and we appreciate you from the heart, seriously. So bless you guys and have an amazing week. Bye.